Everybody, welcome back. We are checking out Good Charlotte's new album, Motel du Cap. Let's get right into it. So the first song is actually an intro. It's called Check In at Motel du Cap, and it's literally that. You got the person walking in, you got the little doorbell or counterbell ring, and then you have ASMR person talking, and it's pretty good feeling, kind of like advice from a chill narrator talking basically about life and its ups and downs. And this is a place where you can just come and chill out and not worry about stuff, but just kind of don't have to go through the motions. You can just chill here. And it described the motel and like there's a pool in the back and feel free to grab coffee in the morning and stuff like that. Just very chill. And I think that fits for the theme of the album. It's kind of like it's supposed to be for the fans and of Good Charlotte and people that like this kind of music, like alternative music. Like this is a safe place, if you want to use that term. But like they didn't say it like that. But it's just kind of like an album you can listen to and reflect on life, but not be worried about it. I guess that's what they're going for. This is what it felt like to me with the narrator, anyway. Next song, uh, the first song actually is Rejects. It was the big single for the album, as well as Stepper. And I think also Bodies might have also been a single, and the dress rehearsal. But going back to Rejects, I think it's a pretty strong start for the album. And it has kind of machine drums at the beginning, and it goes into the real band drums. All the machine drums is real too, but you know what I'm saying. And it has the classic kind of soft pop punk noodling guitar, like almost Midwest emo kind of noodling guitar that Good Charlotte and the rest of the scene is kind of known for. And then it goes into kind of like soft grunge delay riffs that you'd hear on like a Nirvana album. And then pop punk slams through halfway through the song, and the chorus for the song kicks in hard, and it was just a very solid album starter. It sounds like classic uh, Young and the Restless, Young and the Hopeless, excuse me, Good Charlotte. And the next song stays in that theme of like classic Good Charlotte with Stepper, and the lyrics are about how far they've come and they're no longer poor, and the verses and the chugging guitars sound like just good old classic Good Charlotte. And there's a cowbell going on in this song at the beginning, and I kind of wish it did that at the end of the song, where it was doing the muted guitar chugs and the cowbell. I think they should have returned to that, but they didn't. I don't think it ruins the song, but I think maybe in the verse before the post chorus they could have threw that cowbell in again. And you could show the meme with Will Ferrell asking for more cowbell and dancing around, but it wouldn't have hurt, honestly. But all around, Stepper is a great song. I think Stepper is going to end up being one of the best songs on the album, along with Rejects. So really strong start on the first half. And for me, it kind of dips down after that for a little bit with I Don't Work Here Anymore. It's an acoustic song. Hey, it's really catchy, and it's rhyming about refusing to be bought and paid for. And it's very good vocals, and there's some violins, and it's an okay song for me, but the singing definitely was a highlight. And I'm pretty sure the brothers share the vocals, and you can't help but notice the vocals in an acoustic song because there isn't that much going on. But yeah, for me, it's difficult for me to like acoustic songs, especially if they're slow and they really don't go anywhere or have an interesting kind of thing going on. Like for example, I'll just stay within the pop punk world. I Miss You is a very unique acoustic song. It's from a pop punk band, but it's acoustic and it still kind of has a very different vibe from any usual acoustic ballad songs. It's very different. And There's several other examples I can think of, like Good Time Riddance. I'm butchering the name, but Good Riddance Time of Your Life by Green Day. That is a very basic acoustic song, but the lyrics and the structure and the build up, it immediately, is a hit, just like I Miss You. So for me, I'm really picky about which acoustic songs I like, because with me, I just like distorted guitar and drums blasting my ears off and bass guitar just going in and the vocals just screaming and gritty. But I understand every song can't be like that. And Good Charlotte has made plenty of songs like that I can listen to. And I know there's a ton of people that like these acoustic songs. But all of that to say, there's a lot of acoustic songs on this album. And we'll talk about how I feel about that later. But I Don't Work Here Anymore is the first one. There's really good vocals. The lyrics are really good, but it's just not for me. Life is Great featuring Wiz Khalifa is a slower, chill song. And I do like the bass guitar and the regular guitar and the drum with the rhythm they got going throughout the song. But it really doesn't change besides the Wiz Khalifa verse, which I thought was a good addition. I think Wiz fit into that song perfectly. Khalifa fit in that song perfectly. But there's not enough going on in that song for me to like put it on a playlist or something or listen to it again. It just kind of has the same rhythm, same structure, and nothing really happens. And it's not fast at all. It's kind of slow. But I will say, I think Life is Great is a lot better than I Don't Work Here Anymore on a musical basis. But I think I Don't Work Here Anymore is much better than Life is Great on a lyrical basis. So I don't know if we could switch the instruments for that song to the other song. I think that would have worked. But Life is Great is okay. I think it's good. I still would recommend it. It is a good song. It's definitely on the pop side of the punk side, but it's good. I like it. And the feature really helps. Pink Guitar is back with the pop punk again with the feature of Zeph. And she kind of has a alto voice, and it's great. And her voice fits very well with Good Charlotte and the Bros singing. So I thought Pink Guitar was pretty good. I would say I do like it better than Life is Great because it's got that distorted guitar and that kind of classic Good Charlotte sound, which I'm a sucker for. And yeah, Pink Guitar is good. Deserve You featuring Luke Borchelt. Might have butchered that. So I don't know about country, honestly. I really am not a fan of country, but this song definitely surprised me. And I'm going to sound like a hypocrite because I was saying I don't like acoustic songs. But this song, the way, like I was saying with I Miss You and all of that, the way it's structured, the kind of pacing it has going, it stays interesting. And switching to Luke and then back to Benji, I think, it worked really well. And I actually like this song. I can't believe I actually like a country song, but I do like the song. It's pretty good. And I know there's this whole like y'all alternative thing going on, like with Falling in Reverse and Jelly Roll and Hardy and a ton of other artists kind of dipping their toes into the country pool, if you will, because it's popular. I mean, people love it, and country's doing great right now. Country's kicking the crap out of all the other genres, I think. And I think rap's still doing good on the charts, and pop, whatever would be considered pop today, but I think country honestly is doing way better than outpacing all the other ones, even if maybe they're not always in the top 10. But I think country in general and the artists in country are outpacing all the other genres. So all the other genres just end up imitating country because of how popular country is now. So I don't blame Good Charlotte for, and Good Charlotte has country tendencies, like with their past acoustic songs, like on the Young and the Hopeless, and even their first album. Like, they could easily be country songs. So I think this is a really good fit for this song. I wouldn't want a whole alternative pop punk album. Do not want that. But this song is a really good ambassador for that alternative direction. So all that to say, I think Deserve You is a great song. Moving on, Mean is a pop punk banger, and there's really not much to say about it except it's exactly what you would look for in a Good Charlotte song. And it's, you know, it's cheeky, it's funny, it's kind of glib, you know, all of those funny words, but it's got an edge to it that you would expect a pop punk song to have, and it's got those good, like, loud guitars. Love it. Love Mean. And then Bodies comes out of nowhere, and it is completely different than the rest of all of the songs on the album. And I like when artists do that. They're comfortable and they're seasoned, and they can just make an album and have all the songs be completely different from each other. I think that's where they're at right now, and that is good for their creativity, and I'm all for that. And then when all of that happens, you get songs like Bodies. And Bodies is kind of like a dance, bop, synthy, pop punk, riffy EDM mix. And I can already tell you easily, Bodies, no pun intended, Bodies the rest of the album. Bodies is easily the best song on the album. I could listen to a whole album of songs from Good Charlotte like this. Like, Bodies annihilates everything else in this album. I think, yeah, because if you combine Bodies style, the synthy EDM, with a song like Mean, you go both those directions, it would have been crazy. Next song, Vertigo, featuring Petty Hendrix. This is a very decent song. It's a good song. I think it is one of the stronger feature songs of the album. It might beat Deserve You. It definitely beats the previous two, Zeph and Wiz Khalifa features, in my opinion. I think Petty Hendrix was a great fit for this song, and they did a little back and forth singing. I always love that. And this song just had good energy, and it was just a straight up pop punk banger. Simple as that. Next song, The Dress Rehearsal. I think this was one of the singles, and honestly, it was kind of forgettable for me, but it's kind of a chill, acoustic, family-ish song. And that's cool that that's where these guys are at in their career, you know? They can have these songs that are reflective, and they have a lot of meaning, and it is a complete Good Charlotte song. This easily could have been on their old albums, because it has that same feel and that nostalgia, even though, yeah, it definitely reminds you of their old albums. Like, it's a great song. Is it for me? No, but I totally get the merits of The Dress Rehearsal. It is a strong song on this album. Not my personal favorite, but a very good song, nevertheless. And the same thing has to be said for Castle in the Sand. It's a song about parenthood and being old, for lack of a better word. And it's acoustic for most part of it, and has a little bit of electric towards the end. It is a good song, but in my opinion, it's too chill for me. So it's kind of landing in the same area as The Dress Rehearsal. And let me know what you guys think of these acoustic songs from Good Charlotte. Like, do you want an acoustic, you know, tri-album, 3 albums of acoustic from Good Charlotte? Personally, I don't, but I know there's a lot of people that do like the ballads, and if you like ballad acoustic stuff, this album is chock full of it, basically. And the next song, I feel, is like a culmination of, and they definitely meant it to be that way with the title GC Forever. It's got everything. Uh it's got the heavy riffs, it's got the nice little acoustic part, and it's got the violins later to make it sound kind of epic towards the end. And GC Forever definitely closes off the album strong, where in my opinion it kind of dipped a little bit for a while after Stepper. It picked up at Deserve You and Mean Bodies, and kind of dipped again, but then it was strong at the end. So putting all that together and being fair, and this is just my opinion, so go listen to this album. But in my opinion, I'm going to give this album a 7 out of 10. And there's some really good songs in here. I think lyrically, it is a strong album, besides a couple songs. Lyrically, it is meaningful, and there's a lot of good story behind it, because these are veteran guys who've lived life more than a lot of us at this point, and they have a cool story to tell. So, and it's cool that they're happy. Like, you can tell they're very happy, and they're just living their best life, and that's awesome. I think that kind of coincides with all the ballads and acoustic songs. I think that just happens as bands get older, is they don't necessarily get softer, because I think these guys could still make pop punk bangers, and they can make whatever they want, and this is what they wanted to make. So props to them, and they've had a great career, and I don't think they're done. I'm gonna give this album in my opinion, personally, a 7 out of 10. But do go listen to this album, and let me know in the comments what you think of Motel du Cap, and I'll see you guys later.